of these. So I'll show it to you. I haven't decided what price point I want to put on it yet. It'll probably be around $50. Looks just like a piece of wood, right? But it's not. It's got a huge magnet in there, so it'll come with this mounting plate to mount to your wall. And what it actually is a knife block. I don't want to mess it up, but it's a knife block. So it's a magnet, go right to the wall, put all your nice kitchen knives right on this beautiful piece of black walnut. So if anyone's interested in this, I'll probably go about $50 on that. It's the only one I have. I just haven't listed it yet. Make sure I put these with that. And then also, let's get a couple of these to show you. So these are another great holiday gift. Just drop the filter. One sec. Where did it just go? I'll just put that one aside for now. Where did I? I'll find it later. So these are whiskey smokers. So they're all made out of solid wood, so inch thick, 5x5. Well, this one's not because it has the live edge. I thought that was cool. But it's nice curly maple with a live edge. And I'll show you how they work. This is my demonstration one. Got all the oofies out of there. Get some wood chips. So you can use any wood chips. What's up, Eric? You could use any wood chips that are made for smoking. So some woods are toxic. I'm showing off the whiskey smokers that I make. But you can use anything, most hardwoods. So like, I like using mesquite, apple, hickory, cherry, any hardware store, any Home Depot, any grocery store even, you can get little wood chips specific for smoking. So any of those you can use. Yeah, what do you want me to do? Give me one sec, Terry. Yes, I will. And you put them in here, pack it just like a tobacco pipe, put it over a nice cold drink, get your torch. I got this for like $5 at the Walmart checkout line. Let me rotate it so you can see. Torch it. You can see how that smoke falls right into your glass. I am in a wood shop, so I always put out the fire first. You have a nice smoked cocktail. So these work very, very well. If you or you know someone who's a whiskey drinker, scotch, bourbon, tequila, I even have customers buy these, smoke salt, and then sprinkle the salt on popcorn for smoked salt. I've had people smoke cheese. People are always coming to me with new ideas. But there are a bunch of options. So we have the black walnut with a live edge, really cool contrast. So this is the heartwood that you know walnut as, and then this lighter wood is the sapwood. So that's the outer rings of the tree. It's a really cool contrast that walnut gives it. And then we have some maple, live edge. We have another maple, another cool one, little burl in there with some live edge on it. And I have a bunch of others, so we can do buyer's choice. Let me run this, Terry, and then I'll get that for you. Do I not have my smokers? Interesting. Sorry, let me edit the weight on this. Right when I think I'm getting all good at this, I end up sucking at it. So it's buyer's choice on any of these, and while it's going, I will show you. We have maple, another maple, walnut. We have a couple different walnut ones. We have ambrosia maple. Like I said, buyer's choice. We have another. This is not live edge, but it still has that really nice contrast of the walnut. And you can see they all come with a little screen as a filter in there. Another ambrosia maple. Another walnut. Yeah, I don't think, stay home, thank you for that. I don't think I have made a listing for these actually. I think that's the problem. Thank you though. So these are here if anyone is interested. And these are typically something that I always have in stock. So, yes, Terry, do you want me to do a buy it now posting? One second. Wait. I'm just going to do this. All right, Terry, it should be in there. I don't know, is it pinned? I don't know if I did that. Just kind of did that. You let me know. Yes, I will put these off to the side. Thank you, Terry. As always. And if I unpin that, will it? Oh, never mind. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you. So, another popular one. Actually, let me show you some more cutting boards first. We'll go kind of in order. I will not tell a soul. I don't even know who you're talking about. Do you want better? I know who you're talking about. So these are my medium size. Much larger, probably better for cutting boards than cheese boards. Okay, cool, thank you. What's up, Court? Again, black walnut. These medium-sized ones are really nice quality wood. You can see it has a lot of curl and figure. It's that chatoyance, that kind of holographic effect is what increases the value of wood. When you're buying wood, a piece that has curl like this would cost 2 to 3 times more than a piece of straight grain wood, just because it is not as common, it's more rare. In terms of size, 20 long by about 13 wide. So it's 13 by 20 by an inch thick, solid black walnut. Definitely, okay. And we have we have 3 options for these. We have this one, really cool. They're all very similar because they all did come from the same tree and the same slab, but slight differences and variants. This one, ooh, that's very chatoyant. It really is, isn't it, Enzi? This one is super, super curly. You can see all that figure. And I really work hard to keep the live edge as live as possible. So it is exactly as it was the day that tree was cut down. That is super important to me. I'm always someone who, if you're buying a live edge anything, the first thing you should focus on is keeping the live edge as live as possible. And this one is slightly shorter by about an inch or two. See, it's 2 inches shorter. It's 18 rather than 20, but it is still 13 wide, 12 to 13 wide. It is variable since it is live edge, but this is, wow, that's nice. This is probably the nicest piece of walnut out of that slab. There's so much variation between pieces, even coming from the same slab. Like all three of these came from the exact same piece of wood, and you can see how they're all vastly different. So those are my medium size. And then move on to large. So I only have one large in the walnut. These are really large. So I'm 6 foot, for reference, goes from my belt buckle to my eyebrows. How big is that, you say? I don't know. I'll tell you. 28 and a half long by about 14. And then up top is about 11. I put a nice right angle, 90 degree. I just thought it was cool having some straight lines with the live edge. Again, really nice live edge, very intact. And this is really nice. This is a great example of figure, which walnut having figure is much more uncommon than maybe an ash or a maple or something like that. Yeah, exactly right. Stay home. This is something where you put a nice big brisket on it. Again, a lot of people buy these and put them on a kitchen counter with like a bowl of fruit or something like that at home decor. I've had some really, really nice curly maple ones that people just hang up on the wall, but don't be afraid to use it. These are finished with an all natural food grade mineral oil. So it is food safe. Use it, abuse it. If you get nicks, cuts, scrapes in it, no problem. You can easily hand sand it back, get some mineral oil, wipe it on, wipe it off, and it'll look brand new again. That doesn't go for just these. That goes for anything you have wood in your house. So if you have another cutting board, I feel like everyone kind of has that cutting board in their kitchen drawer that's just like beat to shit. If it's wood, sand it, mineral oil, or even just mineral oil can really bring it back to life. And these are more expensive, but I think you will be hard pressed to find a solid wood cutting board, especially a solid single slab cutting board for less than $100 anywhere. So I think the price point is pretty good compared to what you will find in most places, especially for something this large. And I have 2 others of these. They're not maple, or I'm sorry, they're not walnut. So if you're looking for walnut, this is the last one. The others have sold. What are the odds of cupping in the future? Of this? It could a little bit. The biggest thing, Papa Nate, is like after you use it, wipe it off. Like if you're cutting vegetables on it, don't just leave like tomato juice on it for 2 days, right? Like the moisture going in and coming out is really what cups it. If I put water on this now, wiped it off, it would be fine. Don't put it in a dishwasher. The same thing you would do with all of your other wood items, like your wood utensils. You can't put them in a dishwasher, things like that. If you treat it the same way, you should be just fine. I've had the same wood cutting board for 3 or 4 years now. And it has cuts and scrapes in it, but it hasn't cupped or bowed or anything like that. And then these are the 2 maples that I have. These pieces of maple are stellar. Yes, they could be filled with epoxy, for sure. Like on some of them I did. On the next maple one, I'll show you. So this is super curly maple. So wood is very similar to rock, since you guys are probably rock people, right? If you think of amethyst, right? You could spend $3 for a piece of amethyst, but the same size piece of amethyst could be worth $300, depending on the quality, where it's from, the clarity, things like that, right? Wood is very similar. So a straight grain piece of maple with no figure, I don't even really have an example, could maybe be $5 a board foot. Whereas something this curly, this is probably double A. It goes as high as triple A when grading wood. So this would probably be a high single or a low to mid double A because of the curl. The only thing bringing the value down is these striations, these ambrosia marks. But insane piece of wood, super curly, nice live edge. This piece was actually struck by lightning, most likely. See that black staining in the live edge? That is rock hard. It's not like rotted or anything like that. But oftentimes when these trees are taken down, there's a reason. And if you see black like that, that's oftentimes a sign that it was struck by lightning. And it gets like flash burnt, essentially. So this is the second to last one that I have. And again, for the size, 26.5 by about 14 to 15. So again, I'm 6 foot, and this goes from my belt up to my eyes. And after I'm done these, I'll show you guys the stands again, and then some of the other odds and ends that I have. I know you're rock people. So the last one of these that I have is probably my favorite. It's definitely my favorite. This is what would be probably high double to low triple A maple, meaning the highest quality maple. So if you are into instruments, a lot of guitars are made with maple tops, curly maple tops. This would be most likely instrument grade maple. You can see why. It's just the figure's nuts. It's absolutely stellar. This is filled in with a black epoxy, but that figure is what makes it so special. Really nice live edge, and the figure's everywhere you look. You can see that it's almost like holographic. So I'm surprised this one is still here. The other 2 or 3 from this slab sold right away. But this is a stellar piece. And again, in terms of size, 26.5 by 13, 14, by 13 to 14-ish. It is variable because of the live edge. This is a really nice, clean live edge. Those little dimples and marks. Like I said, that's exactly how it was when the tree was cut down. Just an insane, insane piece of maple. I'll put these off to the side. And I have a ton more blanks that just need to be sanded and finished. So another thing I do is if anyone is a woodworker or a crafter or wants to get into it or try it, I sell wood as well, so I can sell you the straight lumber, anything from rough lumber all the way up to, I have a planer and a joiner, so I can give you dimensional lumber, and I'll sell it to you by the board foot. So if you're interested, let me know, and I'll show you some of the options I have. But as you can see, I have a ton of wood, and that's not even a third of it. So it's everywhere. Being that I'm in Pennsylvania, this is one of the best hardwood states probably in the country. So walnut, maple, ash, oak, cherry, I have access to it more than most people. And I partner with a number of Amish mills that I've worked with for years and years and years and grew up in the area. So I get really good deals from them as well. So I can probably get it to you cheaper than anywhere near you, unless you happen to live in Pennsylvania near the Amish. So we'll go back, show you guys some of these stands again. It's probably why some of you are here. It is a lot of wood. These are fully adjustable. If you collect rocks, minerals, coins, cards that come in the slabs, you're probably no stranger to this type of stand. These are exotic woods. So This is Shedwa, Shedua. These are all South American, except for lacewood. I believe that comes from Africa. But this is Shedwa. They're 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, so the same size as the standard acrylic. It's 20 for one. If you want more than one, I charge you 15 each. So if you buy any more than just one, it'll be 15 each. This is lacewood, which is a really, really cool wood. You can see the pattern in it is why it's called lacewood. Almost looks like a snake skin. I like lacewood a lot because there's so much variation between this one and the piece right next to it with that pattern. And then the other one I have is Purple Heart, which again, this is not dyed or stained or anything like that. This is the natural color of the wood, that purple, deep purple color. So when you cut this tree down, the inside of it is that color. How crazy is that? Just a wild, wild piece of wood. So, like I said, we'll do buyer's choice. If you want more than one, let me know. It will be 15 each, but I do 20 if you just want one. So we'll do buyer's choice. Buyer's choice on any of these. Nature Alley, what's up? How are you? Really? I didn't see him come in. Is he on ghost mode? Oh, dude, I'll show you. I think it's good, man. I think I just need to be okay with the fact that it's not going to be as that's hilarious, actually, Terry. It's not going to be as transparent as like epoxy, but you let me know. So this is with the poly on it. So I think if this is the bottom and this is the top, it's pretty rad still, man. I mean, the top is insane. So I will happily, if you want this, Eric, it's yours, and I'll put one of those stands in it. So let me know. Cool. Let me just get you a listing, or I'll just run one of these. So this is for Eric, so please no one else bid. I should not have done 30 seconds. Let me put the hardware with it. And I'm thinking like right around there-ish. Does that seem about right? Something like that. Cool. Thank you. And Eric, if you wanted like a batch of them, I could probably do a couple of them similar. They won't all be the same, obviously. But if you wanted more, let me know and we'll figure something out. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it, man. Or even if you wanted, like, you know, like those glass stands that Ashley has for like specimen with like the sticky tack. If you wanted some of like those style, I could make some of those and they'd probably be pretty cool too. So let me know. But I'll run these one more time before I move on to some of the other options that I sell. Again, these are buyer's choice for, we have Purple Heart, we have Shedwa, and we have Lacewood. And I have a bunch of different ones, so it's 20 for one. If you do want more than one, I charge 15 each. You let me know what you want and how many you'd like. If you do want more than one, just let me know how many, and I'll adjust the price accordingly. But really cool. And if you don't like these colors or this type of wood, check back. I almost always make these out of exotics, but there's a ton of different exotic options for woods. And I oftentimes have different kinds. And then I do have larger ones as well. So these are, those ones I just showed you were 3 1/4. These ones are 5 inch, so you can see the size difference. And the hardware is much larger as well. So this is definitely a much larger stand. These are 25 each, no matter how many you get, just because the hardware is a lot harder to come by for some reason, and it's much more material. So we have Purple Heart again. And then we also have, this is Padauk. So again, this is not dyed or stained. This reddish, orangish color is the natural color of the wood. Also from South America, really cool piece of wood. So I have 2 of these and I only have 1 of the Purple Heart left. So if you did want 2 of the same, I have 2 Padauk. If you only wanted 1, the world is your oyster. Let me see, do I even have... I don't even have a thing. Let me do this. Just adjust this. Bingo, bango, boongo. So we will do buyer's choice on either the Padauk or the Purple Heart. They're much, much larger. Court, jumping in. Which one do you like, Court? Thank you for that also. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Showing off some of the stands that I made. These are the larger models, the Purple Heart. Good grab. This is a really nice piece of Purple Heart, too. It's hard to get figure in it, and you can see this has some curl in it. All of the pieces from this slab were really, really nice. Thank you, Cord. I appreciate you. So that is all of the Purple Heart, which means we're left with 2 of these. So if you wanted more than 1, unfortunately, it would have to be the same price, 25 each, just because they are larger. But I do have 2 of these left, so if you did want to match, you could do it. It's a nice reddish orange. It's got a lot of black accents in it. It's a nice, cool piece of wood. Very, very hard, very dense and durable as well. And again, if you don't like this, let me know, or just check back. It's not uncommon for me to have a different variety. I almost always have Purple Heart. I almost always have Shedwa. I don't always have Lacewood. I have some Yellow Heart that I'm working on. Sometimes I'll get Wenge. There's a bunch of different options. One of my lumber dealers, the sawmill that I use, his brother's actually a exotic wood dealer, which is super handy for me. So I get really good prices on exotics as well. So this is a fun one. Again, everything you guys purchase will come by Christmas. It'll all be shipped out either later today or tomorrow. So if you're looking for last minute Christmas gifts, this will be here in time. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I'm sorry. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, I forget all the other ones. I should be more open about that. But whatever holiday what's up, Amy? Whatever holiday you celebrate, this will be there in time. Except for maybe Hanukkah. I think that started already. I'm just going to shove and show you this. But anyways, this is a speaker. So if you see that hole right down there, you see that? So that will line up perfectly with the speaker on the bottom of your phone. This is an old phone. This is not my phone. That's why it's all shattered and broken, but it still works. So this is my test piece. Also, for whatever reason, after 10 years, the only song that works on here is Wagon Wheel. I don't know why. But the way I've designed it is that hole lines up with the speaker on the bottom of your phone. And it basically funnels the sound from this small space out a larger opening out the speaker hole and makes it louder. So it's no batteries, no wires, just pure science. So we have cherry. I'll show you the options. This is nice cherry. We have maple. We have, I have a couple others that I'm working on finishing. I just need to sand them all up and add some finish. An exotic, nice piece of Purple Heart. But how this works is, I'll show you. that's how it works. So it actually works surprisingly well. It's basically if you ever put your phone in a solo cup at a party, it's the exact same idea, only on steroids. Just a little more science behind it. So it's buyer's choice for the cherry. And then we have Purple Heart. And then we have Maple. And then I do have a couple others. I need to finish sanding them. So again, these will be hit there in time for Christmas. I usually make these and give them to people at work. Great gift for a desk, home office, friend, family member, either way. They are here if you are interested. I'll run them again later, but if you want them sooner than that, just let me know. And then also, I'm going to, if anyone collects spheres, this is a really cool black walnut sphere holder. I just need to put finish on it. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm actually going to do that quick because I've been meaning to. And you will see how this bad boy comes to life. This will be very fast, I promise. I'm going to open the window and turn the fan on. Recording for duty. So the best part of any woodworking project is when you get to add finish to it, because it really brings it to life, especially with walnut, and you'll see that here. So you see how it kind of looks washed out from the sanding, but watch the second I add some of this to it, how it just comes to life. And this is a Danish oil. How nice that looks. It really brings out the colors, the tones. And this end grain really soaks up the finish. So it'll really soak deep into the cells of the wood. So when it hardens, it'll be very stable. I like this finish because it adds some protection. It looks great, feels great. It's also super easy to apply. I use a bunch of different finishes depending on the product. I wouldn't necessarily use this on like a dining table, but for something like this, it's a really good option. And just like that, we're about done. The insides of these little jambos, whatever they're called, these holes. And look at that cool little chatoyance. And just like that, look how the color really is deep. So, warning, if you're ever using most wood finishes, please be very careful. So a lot of wood finishes have a tendency to spontaneously combust. Would that have worked on that have worked? What do you mean on the export? No, it doesn't work. The nice, because this soaks into the wood and hardens, whereas what I use on yours stays on top of the wood. It's more of a varnish, so it stays on top of the wood, creating a layer, so it kind of fills in the sanding marks, whereas this soaks into the wood, so it wouldn't be able to penetrate into the epoxy. But anyways, be careful with the rags. It can spontaneously combust. So what I do is, so I don't want to wrap it in my glove. I have a 5-gallon bucket outside my egress window, filled with water. I always put it in here. And that way, if for whatever reason it does catch on fire, it is not surrounded by anything that can catch on fire other than rock and concrete, and it's in a bucket of water. So just be careful. I personally know people who have actually lost their shops and even homes because of something like that happening. So something like this, I'm going to wait on it. I'll run this. Again, this is a triple sphere holder. Look really good in the back of the shelf or desk. 2 pounds. I would do this for $40. It is crazy. Yeah, it's scary shit, man. And I didn't know that for a number of years when I first started. And I would just like ball it up and throw it in the trash and not even think about it. And I got really freaking lucky, man. This part is live edge. So again, it sat like this and there's a cookie in it around this way. Regardless of how you want to put it, it is here. Go back to something. Shut that off. So I'm going to show you guys my whiskey smokers again. These are just a really cool gift. Great stocking stuffer idea. So we have my whiskey smokers. So this one's black walnut. You can see the contrast is the outer part of the tree. This is by far the nicest piece of wood. I'm a fan of maple, but this is just super curly maple. It's a cutoff I had from a really cool wooden box I made. But this piece is super duper curly. This is another cool one. It's a little live edge piece. It's got some curl in it as well. So it's buyer's choice on any of these. We have spalted maple. If you're into more of the rustic vibe, some other walnuts. And the way these work is you fill them with wood chips or anything designed for smoking. Ash, or not ash, hickory, mesquite, cherry, apple. Those are some of my favorites that I like using. Put them in there like a tobacco pipe. Put it right on top of your nice cold drink. Torch it. And you can see how that smoke falls right in your drink. I'm in a wood shop. I will always put the fire out first. And you have a nice smoked cocktail. I had customers that use these for salt. And they sprinkle it on some popcorn for some smoked salt. I have customers use it on cheese, for smoked cheese. There's a bunch of other ways you can use them. I've never tried any of those, but from what I hear, it works really well. But they work very, very well on drinks as well. So it'll be buyer's choice for any of these. Again, we have more of the rustic ambrosia. We have, and they all have this little filter in there, the metal filter to keep stuff from falling in your drink. We have one walnut. Have the live edge maple. the crazy curly maple. This one's so cool. And another walnut. Again, great holiday gift, stocking stuffer, or for personal use. Buyer's choice on any of these. I have a couple other options as well. If you're interested, they're here and ready. And what I will do, give me 1 second. Let me see here what I got. We're going to run a giveaway for, let's see, who would do. How about this? We're going to run a giveaway for a cool piece of still bite. Since you guys are probably rock people, a little bow tie of still bites. So, hop in that giveaway. Don't be afraid. And this could be yours. Really cool piece. The matrix of blue chalcedony broke off, but it's still a nice little thumbnail. A little. So hop in there. Thank you, Amy. Appreciate you. How are you? Polar Seltzer, if you're watching, I will happily take a sponsorship. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. So while that's running, I'm going to show you guys these stands again. Guys, these also work really well. So my mom doesn't collect rocks or anything, but yeah, I could do something like that. I used to do a lot more work on the lathe. I haven't in a while, but yeah, I can make like little bowls. So my mom doesn't collect anything, but she puts all of her recipes on her iPad, and she uses one of these stands to hold her iPad for when she's cooking or baking. So multi-use, multi-function. We have Shedwa on the bottom, Purple Heart in the middle, really neato lace wood up top. All exotic woods. So I do one of these is 20. If you want any more than one, they're 15 each. So as long as you buy 2 or more, they knocks the price down to 15. So I will run it for 20, and if you want more than one, just let me know. I will adjust the price accordingly. So, buyer's choice on any of these, we have lace wood from, I believe it's from Africa. Guys, only 2 people in the giveaway. That's crazy. Don't forget about it. We have Purple Heart and we have Shedwa. Shedwa. Buyer's choice. I'm going to mod you guys. No pressure to do absolutely anything. But I'll be on for a couple hours, so feel free to hop in and chill. 2 minutes left on that giveaway for a really cool crystal. Let's see. We will try this. Fuck it. We'll do it live. So I always sell these for at the minimum 15. We're going to dollar start one because I'm feeling froggy and because it is the holiday season. Did I not add dollar start? 1 minute. Let me import this joint. Import. And let me also make sure that the weight's not crazy high. Yeah, like that. Cool. Bingo, bango. Bump, 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 bump. And we are going to dollar start this right meow. If anyone's interested for $1. And a minute 30 left on that giveaway. This is running for $1. Purple heart, fully adjustable. Just like that. Purple heart. If you're new to wood, this is not dyed or stained. This is the natural color of the wood. So it's actually, when you cut this tree down, the inside of it is purple, just like that. It's wild, wild. Nature does crazy, crazy things, man. But I really, really like Purple Heart. A lot of people seem to really like Purple Heart wood. It's a really cool, unique type of wood. Eric says, no thank you, it's mine. Stay home to shop. Coming at 9, coming at 9, 9, 9. Can I get the 10? Can I get the 10? Can I get 10, 10? Eric at 10, Eric at 10, Eric at 10. Do I have 11? Do I have 11? You in the back. Is that 11? 11 in the back, 11 in the back. No, we got 10, we got 10, we got 10. And 2, 1. So, man up front. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you, man. Always wanted to be an auctioneer. So 12 seconds left on the giveaway. Appreciate you, man. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sax Appeal. Sweet name. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Sax Appeal. Thank you, Sax. Appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. This. Also, if you guys are interested, I do have. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for coming. I also have larger ones. I only have 2 of these left. These are Paduke. So again, not dyed, not stained. This is the natural color, this reddish orange with the black accents. Really nice, nice wood. So these are 25 each, regardless of how many you get, just because these this hardware is very hard for me to get. What's up, Wad? How are you? So I have 2 of these left. They're both this Paduke. So let me see. I'm going to just edit that, boom, bang, bang. It's a $20 option, but it's for $25. So if you are interested, if you wanted both, it would be $50. Nice. Are you out of town, Vlad? And for size reference, these are 5-inch, whereas the standard are 3 1/4. So much, much larger. And the hardware is much larger as well. So definitely for a lot larger piece. This is what my mom uses to put her iPad on. Those are great for like phones or things like that. Oh, nice. So if you wanted them, I have 2 of these left, and I don't think I have any other hardware for the largers right now. I'm working on getting some, and I don't know when I will. So these will be the last 2 I have for a little bit, most likely. Let's see, we'll do another giveaway. Hop in that giveaway. Do I make risers? Do you mean like little shelves? I could definitely make those. How big are we talking? So I have these. So long story short, I made my wife, I made her a jewelry box for her birthday. I was going to make her 2 jewelry boxes, and I fucked one up. So because of that, this was the door. So imagine this here, 2 of them, and it opens up to a jewelry box. And then her necklaces were there. I had this all thing like planned, right? I screwed it up, but this is some insanely curly maple, really, really nice wood. You can see the figure on that. So what I did was I took the doors off and kind of made them into a little riser just like that. So it's not the tallest thing, but it is a nice little display. And I have two of these. Oh, why did the lighting just went wonky for a sec? I have two of these, so is this what you mean? I don't know why the light's doing that. Or do you mean bigger? Is the light weird on your guys' end too? And then it goes back to normal? Gotcha. I'll look at her show next time. Yeah, I mean, if it's made out of wood, I can probably make it. And do you want them taller? Because I could do taller. Send me a picture of the space that you want to go in, and that'll help. So, I'm gonna go back to cutting boards. Again, everything you order today will get to you by Christmas. It'll probably be shipped out today or tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. If you're looking for last minute Christmas gifts, this will be there in time. These are solid black walnut. I would call these charcuterie boards or cheese boards. They're inch thick, solid black walnut, live edge. And I have the small ones at 30, but this one's about 3 inches shorter than the other one. So I will start at 25. If anyone's interested. And I think you're probably going to save on shipping because I don't feel like adjusting it. But if you wanted a great gift or a cheese board or charcuterie board, ooh, chatoyant. Flashy, see flashy. This is a great option. Solid black walnut. Thank you, Sax. I appreciate you. Chatoyant is the way it like reflects like that. Not every piece of wood has that, but this is very chatoyant. Nice live edge. And then this one is larger. Typically these are 30, but again, I don't feel like changing it, so I'll do 25 on this as well. If anyone's interested for size reference. About 2 to 3 inches shorter. A nice live edge, a little knot on there. I really like those knots. And then they will only get bigger from here. Or the car salesman, the arrow. Anyways. These are my mediums. These are really nice curly walnut. You can see the figure in this is insane. Like this refraction of light, the way it looks holographic or 3D, that's figure or curl. These are, they're all about 1 inch thick. 18, 2 at 18, and Tammy 73. Thank you. You get another cool stove bite. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate you. What was I saying? 18. One of them is 20. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. But really nice live edge. Even the live edge is kind of shiny. So these are my mediums. These are much more suitable for a cutting board. Where is the meads? There we go. And voila. So there are 3 options in the medium category. That's a really, really nice piece of wood. So it'll be buyer's choice on any of these. I'll show them off. That one. Ooh, that one is a lot going on there. That one's nice. And then this is the one that's slightly larger, longer. That one is nice as well. So that's the medium category. And then we can move on to the big mamas. This is by far my favorite. This is some extremely high quality maple. Look at the curl in that. It's just the way the light bounces off that is insane. It's filled with epoxy, so that's smooth and solid. Really nice live edge. So these are the large. I'm 6 foot and they go from my waist to my eyes. And what that means is they're 26 inches long. That's how big that is. And for something this large, you will be very hard pressed to find anything under $100. Most of them are going to be in the $150 to $200 range at most places. So the price point I don't think you can beat, especially for this quality. Even the ones that they're charging upwards of $150, $200, they are not this quality wood. I promise you that. I get really, really good deals on wood, so I can offer it at a much more affordable price point. That one. We have another maple that's really, really cool and unique. Super duper curly. Nice curl. This one was struck by lightning. You can tell because it's black right there. Again, that's not going to fall off. That's not going anywhere. That's rock hard. But it's kind of cool. You can see how it goes from natural, and then black. Yeah. For whatever reason, it's almost like it cauterizes the wood when it's struck by lightning. But that's kind of a common trait in trees that get struck by lightning, is they have that black bark. It's pretty wild. And then I do have one of the walnut in that size. This one's about 2 inches. I think this one's 28, not 26, so a little longer. It's a nice right angle on it. Really nice wood. The curl in that is just nuts. Really nice piece of wood. Really cool live edge. I love those little bumps. Also, if anyone's looking for like a coffee table, I do have a couple in my shop that I'm doing killer deals on. So let me know. I do have them. I don't keep a ton of inventory because it takes up a lot of space. But I do have some in my inventory that I'm looking to get out of my inventory because I don't have as much space as I once did. So take a look at those if you're interested. Voila. Doing like that. But if you are interested, let me know. I can show you them in more detail and talk to you about price. They're all going to be about $1,000. Yeah, I'll show you. So these are hairpin legs. They would be longer for a coffee table, but this style. They'd be 18 inches though. I think these are like 12. So these are hairpin legs. I do that because then someone can spend more on the top and get kind of a free set of legs because these are fairly cheap. But if you wanted fancier, nicer legs, it would just be whatever the cost of the legs is in addition to the table. If you wanted, you could even ship them to me. I will fit them, add threaded inserts for you, and ship it along with the table. But there's so many leg options, and you can go so far down that rabbit hole. It's easier to just sell them with basic legs, and then you let me know if you want to upgrade. So, also for the nebula table, if anyone wanted a custom nebula table, 24 by 48, I'm doing a flat rate, $1,000. That's the cheapest it'll ever be. And I have one prepped, ready to go that I'll probably do later, even if someone doesn't want it custom. But it is ready to rock and roll right there. I just need to do the epoxy on it. So if you want it, if you were interested in one, I will even do it live, but I'll be making one later today probably. It's just a question of if you want it to be for you or not. Then you get to choose the colors, the style, and stuff like that. Yeah, I have a lot of wood. Lots and lots of wood. I will probably be transitioning from selling stuff soon to doing that stuff live. I do live demos as well. So if you guys want to check that out, you can stick around for that as well. I'll go through everything one more time. We just did the cutting boards and get these out of the way. And then I'll probably hop off and send this over to the woodworking section for the demo. Cool. So, my stands, we have Purple Heart, lace wood. I really like this lace wood. It's really cool. And then I need an extra hand. Shedwa. So these are the 3 flavors I have currently. So it is 20 for one. If you want more than one, they're 15 each. So as long as you buy 2, the price comes all the way down from 20 to 15 per stand. So I'll run it for one. It'll be buyer's choice on any of these. And if you would like, you can pick the one you want. If you want more than one, just let me know how many and of what kind, and I'll adjust the price. But I do have multiple of each of these flavors for your viewing pleasure. Kind of looks cool just like that, having one of each like that. And I try to always keep these in stock, so if you decide later on, like, shit, I wish I would have got one, just let me know. Even shoot me a message, I'll make you a post for them. And I do have 2 of these larger ones. Size reference, this is the standard, much larger, and the hardware is much larger as well. Size does not matter always in life, but in this case, it does. So for these are going to be 25 each because it's more material, and the larger hardware is, for some reason, much harder to come by. So I do have 2 of these. They're 25 each, no matter how many you get. But they are both Paduke, which is this reddish colored wood. And sometimes, not always. What's up, Serge? How you doing, brother? Really cool, unique wood. I'm good, man. Voila. Then I do have smashy sphere holder. 1, 2, 3 spheres. It will hold solid black walnut. Really nice wood. Live edge. So a nice little display if you are a sphere person. Good, man, not too bad. It is live. If you're into something like this, but you want a different layout or design or type of wood, let me know. Even shoot me a message if you want. I can create a custom piece for you. You can get as creative as you would like. I'm going to drop one of these one day. All right. And yeah. This is actually kind of a neat old one. I'll show you guys this one. Problem with keeping a big inventory is this is my workshop as well, so keeping things dust free is always a constant chore. This is another display. So these are kind of like, you ever seen the three prong? So for instance, take something like this, it holds it like that. This is a live edge piece of walnut. Really cool wood. Fits 1, 2, 3 pieces as well. Kind of a more unique style. Nice little live edge for all of your rock and mineral needs. Down the pipe there. And again, if you like this, but you don't like the wood, or you want a different layout or design, let me know. I'll happily work with you to get something that you like. Trying to think. I was going to start working on some epoxy stuff. So I think I'm going to end this show and make a new show over in the woodworking handmade section. Because once I start epoxy, I can't stop, and I won't be able to sell stands. So check me out over there. And thank you guys for coming. I will be on in like literally 5-10 minutes. So thank you guys. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.